guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to be doing my October week 4 reading vlog. So it's the night of Saturday, October 19th. And as always, I'm going to start with the books that I'm currently reading. So I'm currently reading Seveneves by Neal Stephenson. I'm really enjoying this. I only have part 3 to read, so I'm almost done with this one. Right about there. So there's like 10 hours left on this audiobook. And I've been reading a little bit more on audio than physically, even though like I like reading it physically, but I just have more time for audiobooks. So yeah, really enjoying this. And I'm really excited to see where this one's going. I'm also reading Jewels of the Sun by Nora. This was my unwrapped book for last week. I'm about 50% of the way through it now, right about there. And I'm definitely enjoying this one. It's definitely a romance novel. Like I was thinking that it would have some like more spooky vibes because there's like mentions of like ghost stories and stuff in there, but yeah, it's definitely romance, but I'm enjoying it and I'm excited to finish this one as well. The other book I'm reading right now is The Throne of Five Winds by S.C. Emmett. This is an e-arc that I got from NetGalley. It actually came out on October 15th, so like I'm a little bit behind. I'm about halfway through that one as well, and I'm definitely enjoying it. I like the world building and the politics, but it's definitely a slower read for me. It's taking a while, but I'm definitely enjoying it also. My unwrapped book for this week is The Star-Touched Queen by Roshani Chokshi. I have not started this one yet, obviously, because it's Saturday and I should start it tomorrow because it's my unwrapped book for the week. I think I'm gonna try and finish Jewels of the Sun first before I start this one. So I'll definitely get to this one soon, just not right away. So it is Sunday, October 20th. I finished Jewels of the Sun by Nora. I really enjoyed this book. It definitely gave you all the feels that a good romance book should be giving you. I love the atmosphere of this book. I love the setting and the way all of that was displayed. I liked the conflicts. The conflicts felt very real to me. Like I didn't expect that because romance novels, especially one that is like kind of cheesy like this one is, I always expect the conflicts to be like almost nothing, but this conflict did seem real, like a real conflict that real couples would actually have. So I enjoyed that and I ended up giving this one 4 stars. I made a bit of progress on Seveneves by Neal Stephenson. Almost done with it now. Like I'm really close to the end. I really like part 3. Like I absolutely love part 3. I love the world building that has gone into part 3. I love like the characters because it's all new characters in part 3 and they have an interesting plot coming up. So I'm excited to see where this is going, but like really love the ending. So yeah, really enjoying this one as well. It's Monday, October 21st and I finished Seveneves by Neal Stephenson. I loved part 3 of this. I absolutely loved every second of the third part of this book. It is so different from parts 1 and 2. Like in parts 1 and 2 were so different from each other, but part 3 was just completely different. Like it felt like a completely different book. Honestly, I wish part 3 was just like the whole book with just like a couple of flashbacks to parts 1 and 2. I still enjoyed parts 1 and 2. Like I still enjoyed it, but part 3 was like so good. I was so attached to like just everything in part 3, especially the world building. The world building was probably most interesting aspect of like the last part of this book. Parts 1 and 2, I did enjoy them. Like I really enjoyed them from a scientific perspective. I liked how technical this book got because it did get very technical. Mind you, I went to school for aerospace and mechanical engineering. So like all of the talks of like apogees and perigees and orbital mechanics and things like that, like I understood it and I enjoyed it and I appreciated that an author could put things like that in a book. But like part 3 with all of its like world building was so much more interesting to me, and I liked some of the reveals that happened in part 3 were really interesting, and like I just wanted more from part 3. I loved every second of it. So I ended up giving this one 4.5 stars because while part 3 was really good, it was also a very small part of this book. Like parts 1 and 2 were like huge compared to part 3. Let me see if I can find the pages. Yeah, right there. So this right here is part 3, and this is parts 1 and 2. I enjoyed parts 1 and 2, but I was like mildly enjoying it. And then part 3, I was just super into it. I would give parts 1 and 2 4 stars and part 3 like 5 stars. So like 4.5 stars, obviously. I really enjoyed it. So I had to switch to another audiobook. I had planned another book that I went between the audio and physical book. I had planned to do Best Served Cold, but I was driving when I finished Seveneves, so I just wanted to go into like a pure audiobook because I usually like to start the other ones on the physical side, not the audio side. So I decided to pick up Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This wasn't on my TBR for this month just because I didn't think I would get the audiobook from the library because it's so new. My library got like 12 copies of it, so I ended up getting it, and I'm definitely enjoying it so far. I'm about halfway through it, and I'm excited to see where it's going. Obviously, it's a new release. It's by Leigh Bardugo, so she's a very popular author. I really enjoyed Six of Crows, and I liked particularly her character building in that book, so I was like hoping to get that in Ninth House as well, and so far I am enjoying the character building. It's a little bit difficult to listen to as an audiobook because it bounces between timelines, and as an audiobook, that's harder to keep track of than if you have the physical book in front of you. If you're reading a chapter, you can flip back to like the beginning of the chapter where it says like the fall or the spring or like whatever time period it's supposed to be. So I'm having a little difficulty just like keeping track of the different timelines, but overall, I am really enjoying it. And I'm definitely excited to continue on with it. Okay, it's Wednesday, October 23rd. Yesterday, I made a lot of progress on Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I'm really enjoying it. For some reason, it's giving me similar vibes as The Shining, because it kind of has like ghosty sort of vibes, but there's also this element that the main character is special for a specific reason, but at the same time, we're not really sure why. It's set in the real world, so everything feels very real, and I'm definitely really enjoying it. I only have like 2 hours left in the audiobook, so there's a good chance I'm going to be finishing that one today. I also made a little bit of progress on The Throne of Five Winds by Emmett. This book is going so slow for me. Like, I usually am done with these books so much faster. Like, this is the 3rd week that I'm reading this book. It's good. It's not bad. It's just nothing has happened, it feels like. And it's very political, which I love, but it kind of over-explains the politics just a little bit, which always annoys me when that happens. But I do enjoy the characters, and I do enjoy the world, so like I'm enjoying it while I'm reading it, but I'm kind of ready for it to be over now. Like, it's going a little too long for me. That's how I'm feeling about that one right now, but I am enjoying it. I'm gonna try and speed up my reading speed on that one so that I can finish it over the course of the next couple of days, just because I have a lot of other books that I really want to get to, and this one is taking forever. I finished Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I really enjoyed it. I loved the ending. It was really good. I'm definitely excited to see more adult books from her. It was really easy to read. I loved some of the depth that went into this novel. I loved some of like the sort of mysterious things that were happening. Definitely liked it. It's definitely a good like sort of paranormal book to read. I enjoyed it. So I ended up giving that one 4.25 stars. After Ninth House, I didn't really have much of an audiobook plan, so I decided to check with my library to see if they had The Star-Such Queen by Roshani Chokshi, which is my unwrapped book for this week, which they did, so I started that one. Overall, it just seems like a typical YA book. I had a lot of time to listen to audiobooks. I didn't have time to read physical books, so I started this one and I'm about 40% through it. So I'm gonna be at the 50% mark soon, which is what I have to be at for my unwrapped book challenge. I have zero feelings about this book right now. I don't love it, I don't hate it, I don't like it, I don't dislike it. I have zero feelings about it. I want to read something that I want to read right now. So I will get to the 50% mark and see if there's just anything calling to me with this book. I need to get like super into at least one aspect of the book for me to like it and to read it. It just isn't there for me with this one. So there's still like another hour of this audiobook before I get to the 50% mark. So you never know. I might find something about this that I like, but as of right now, I'm not that interested in it. Okay, quick update. I'm now about 57% into The Star-Such Queen, and it's gotten a lot better. Like, something has happened, and I'm actually kind of enjoying it now. So I'm definitely gonna finish this book, and we'll see where it goes. But so far, I'm actually really interested in seeing where this book is gonna go. It's Friday, October 25th, and this morning I finished The Star-Touched Queen by Roshani Chokshi. I have a fundamental difference of opinions with this book because one of the kind of like themes of this book was telling stories, but specifically telling only the beautiful part of the stories so that like it's a happy ending and it's not tragic or anything like that, which is like the complete opposite of me because I love grimdark fantasy. I like seeing the dark sides of stories. I love tragic stories. So like it didn't really work for me that well. Like I enjoyed it. There was some interesting plot points. I didn't really care for the main character. I think the main character was kind of like part of the driver of that sort of difference of opinion. I enjoyed the world building, but like I said, it didn't really stick with me at all. I enjoyed it while I was reading it, so I gave it 3.25 stars. So when I finished that audiobook, I needed to pick up another audiobook really quickly and I didn't have time to like pay attention to what I was doing. So I just picked up like the shortest audiobook I had, which was Dragonflight by McCaffrey. I've been meaning to reread this book for like months now because I read this book for the first time like 5 years ago. I've read all the books in this trilogy, but this trilogy is like the first trilogy in a much larger series, the Dragon Riders of Pern series, and there are tons and tons of books in this world, and I absolutely love this world. This world is so interesting, and I want to read more in this world, but I felt like I had to reread the first 3 books because I didn't remember them that well. And that's why I decided to reread Dragonflight. Surprisingly, I remembered it a lot better than I was expecting. I remember pretty much all of the plot points. I remember the characters, which surprised me. I didn't expect to remember the characters that well. So yeah, I did enjoy this and I gave this one 4 stars. For those of you who don't know, the Dragon Riders of Pern series is set in a world in which there's this red dust that falls from the sky, and the red dust like eats through all the organic matter. So it like eats through all plant life and all of that. But the dragons, which are native to that world, can get rid of the red dust. So the humans and the dragons have this kind of symbiotic relationship, and that's why they are dragon riders. And it's a really interesting society, and I'm really excited to get more into the series. I did finish that one though, and I think it'll be a little bit of a while before I pick up the next one, just because there are so many other things that I wanted to read, and that one I just kind of like, I didn't have time to choose which audiobook I wanted to read. But the audiobook I will be getting to, Best Served Cold by Abercrombie. I'm so excited. You have no idea how excited I am for this. I did already start reading it. I read the first like chapter. It's not even a whole chapter. I think it's more like a prologue, not a chapter. And it's so good so far. Like it starts off really, really good. And I'm super excited to get into this one. So I'll be switching to the audiobook for this one in the morning. Obviously for this one, I'll be switching between the audio and the physical book. And once I finish my other physical book, I'll be like, this will be like my sole book for a little while until I finish it. Obviously, then I'll start a new one. The other physical book I have, which is actually an ebook, is The Throne of Five Winds by Emmett. And today I did actually make quite a bit of progress on it. Plot has definitely picked up. Like the plot is really good right now. So I'm pretty excited for that one. So I'm gonna try and read a little bit more in that one tonight, and I will check in with you guys in the morning. It's the morning of Saturday, October 26th. And I'm gonna be going away this weekend, so I'm gonna be continuing the vlog for one more day. But since I finished my unwrapped book yesterday, for this past week, I decided I would open up the unwrapped book for next week so that I can start it tomorrow if I want to. Since I'm leaving tonight, I'm coming back tomorrow. So I'm only gonna be gone for one night, but I wanted to open my unwrapped book just in case I wanted to like get started on it. I got a book. Let's see what it is. So I got Walk on Earth a Stranger by Ray Carson. And I believe this has to do with like the gold rush or kind of like that. I've never read anything by Ray Carson before, and I wanted to read some of her stuff, and this book, I think it was available on Book Outlet, and the book that I actually wanted to get by her, which was Girl of Fire and Thorns, wasn't, so I decided to get this one instead. And I haven't heard as many good things about this one as I did about the other one. That's why it ended up being in my wrapped books, but we'll see. Maybe I'll like this one. Hopefully I'll end up liking this one. Quick update for Best Served Cold. I have made quite a bit of progress on this one, even so far. Page like 73 now, and I'm gonna be driving a little ways today and tomorrow, so I'm gonna have plenty of time to listen to the audiobook for this one. I'm definitely super excited. This one is so good so far. I'm really enjoying this book so far. So it's Sunday, October 27th, and I made quite a bit of progress on Best Served Cold by Joe Abercrombie. I'm still really enjoying this book. I enjoy pretty much everything about this book so far. It is a revenge story, which I didn't know going into it, but I guess I should have guessed because it's called Best Served Cold. But like, it's really, really good. And I'm really, really excited to read more by him because like just every single book I pick up by him is amazing. So it's Sunday night and I just finished The Throne of Five Winds by S.C. Emmett. This one is interesting because I enjoyed it. Like there was a lot about this book that I really liked because it's just a book that's kind of tailored to me. But then I didn't like the way it was done, if that makes sense. Like I liked some of the action in it, but a lot of the action is off the page. Like it happens, but you're told about it. You're not actually seeing the scene of the action, which annoyed me. And then there is some good politics in here, but again, I feel like some of the politics is a little over-explained or not explained enough. Like it's two extremes there with this one. And then like I liked how it turned out and what happened and everything. Like I liked the plot of this novel. The way it was done did not work for me because I like the world building. I like the plot. I did like the characters, I just didn't like the way it was portrayed. I haven't decided whether I'm continuing on with the series or not. The second book in the series should be coming out, I think, next year. I will decide probably next year whether I'm gonna do that. I probably will end up picking it up eventually, but it was like pretty good. I actually did really enjoy it. So yeah, I gave it a 3.75 stars. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you've read any of these books, let me know down in the comments. I would love to discuss it with you guys. I post videos frequently on this channel, so consider subscribing. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up to support my channel. All social media links are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.